call the meeting of the Springfield Local Board of Education of Tuesday, October 21st, 2025. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Mr. Adams?
Mrs. Frola.
Yes. Is that?
Here. Here.
Perry.
Here. Would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The first item of business tonight will be recognition of the Springfield High School and Junior High Students of the Month.
Hello. I have two students to recognize this evening. Our recognition comes from National Honor Society, and the NHS students get nominations from teachers. They don't know who the students are, so the names have been removed, and they look through those nominations and they choose a junior high student and a high school student. Our junior high student is here tonight, so we'll start with junior high. Brooklyn, will you join me up here at the podium, please? So this is Brooklyn Grubbs, and I'm going to read to you what she was nominated for. I nominate Brooklyn Grubbs for 7th grade. She is a dedicated learner who approaches class with enthusiasm and focus. She takes her education seriously and consistently builds positive relationships with both peers and teachers. Always the first to volunteer, whether answering questions or lending a hand, she sets a strong example of leadership and kindness. Her classmates respect her and often seek her out for guidance when they face challenges in class, making her a trusted and valued member of the 7th grade. She was nominated by Mrs. Harton. Congratulations. Oh, awesome. Sure. So she will be featured in her picture as you come into the building for the entire month, and then that photo will be placed by the community room for the rest of the year. Our high school student is Joshua Emerson. Josh was nominated by Dr. Hartman, and this is what she wrote. I would like to nominate Joshua Emerson. Joshua always goes above and beyond with his academics. I'm proud of the fact that he takes advanced classes, takes advantage of extra credit, and receives academic privilege. Joshua always helps others to get their work in as well, because many times he is done before others. I appreciate his kindness and his intelligence. That's Joshua Emerson.
Thank you, and congratulations to those students. Mr. Burns?
My name is Tim Burns, brand new principal over at Schropp Intermediate. Our process is each pod chooses one student that they believe would be student of the month, and then we go from there, and then we choose the student of the month of September. This is the first time we've done this at Schropp, so I'm very excited. These two individuals follow our Spartan standards, which they should know by heart because they hear it every morning. Spartans are respectful, responsible, safe, and kind. At the beginning of the year, I would screw that part up. I didn't go in the right order. So students reminded me that I had to do this in the correct order, and it took me about 2 or 3 weeks to figure this out. So I had to write it down every day. So our first student is Grayson Howe. Come on up. He's in 4th grade. His teachers are Mrs. McFarland, Mrs. Wagner, and Mrs. Oswald. This is what they said about Grayson. Grayson shows consistent effort in all subjects. He continuously demonstrates his Spartan standards. His leadership and strong character make him a great role model for others. He is a valued member of our pod. So I'm going to say thank you. I'll go this way. Nice job. Our next student is sixth grader selected by Mrs. Chimita and Mrs. Ferguson. Her name is Evelyn Frisella. Evelyn is a hard-working, responsible, and kind sixth grader who consistently gives her best effort in everything she does. She approaches each day with a positive attitude and is always willing to lend a helping hand to classmates and teachers. Evelyn demonstrates leadership through her actions and sets a wonderful example for her peers to follow. We are proud to recognize her as a student who truly represents what it means to be a Spartan: respectful, responsible, safe, and kind.
Congratulations. Mr. Furlong, do you want?
One more.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Springhill, yes.
All right, I'm Brian Masenko. I'm the principal at Spring Hill Elementary, and I have the honor tonight to present to you all two students who represent everything we can possibly want in a student at our elementary buildings. We have a first grader and a second grader here represented this evening. I will start with Kiara Queen from Mrs. Bush's class. Come on up, Kiara. Face the crowd, that's good. Okay, this is what Mrs. Bush says about Kiara. Kiara was chosen as Student of the Month because she consistently shows kindness, responsibility, and a positive attitude. She is quick to help others and does so with a smile. Her caring nature and empathy make her a wonderful friend and role model. Kiara works hard in all subjects, gives her best effort, and never complains, even when faced with challenges. Her positive spirit brightens our classroom and inspires others to do their best every day. So congratulations to Kiara Queen. Okay, next we have Andrew Ashbrook. This young man comes to us from Miss Davis's room. What Miss Davis has said about Andrew. Andrew Ashbrook has proven to be a wonderful class citizen. He is respectful, mannerly, and kind. He goes out of his way to be helpful to his teacher and classmates. He is very responsible. He completes his homework assignments and class assignments in a timely manner, and he shows good classroom engagement and volunteers often to answer questions during lesson time. He exhibits great leadership skills. Andrew is a perfect student to be honored for Student of the Month. Congratulations, Andrew.
Also, we want to recognize our Portage Lakes Career Center Student of the Month. It's Chase Thompson. What Mr. Mariana has to say about him: he is a super motivated senior shop foreman. He's amazing at soft skills, shows a constant improvement, is an ambassador to the entire program. He's also practicing TIG welding right now. I had to look that up. If you guys don't know what TIG welding is, but it's tungsten inert gas welding. Is a fusion welding process that uses non-consumable tungsten electrodes to produce high-quality, spatter-free welds. So it's a little bit above my grade, but it's good stuff. They did ask him what his favorite food was. If he had to eat the one food for the rest of his life, he said, it is chicken because it can be prepared so many ways. So I agree. Congrats to him.
Well, this is an exciting, this is congratulations all the way from, I mean, this is a great, so thank you.
This
Thank you.
is-
And thank you to the students. That is
Yes.
just awesome.
This is why we do what we do. It brought tears to my eyes to watch this. So, thank you very much, and thank you for to the parents who, are responsible for these,
Yes,
for
absolutely.
these kids. Thank you.
Josh Queen is second generation Spartan. His dad was Bob, class of 79. You were class of 2010, graduated with my son. It's wonderful now to see your daughter as third generation, and a lot of people in our district are generational
Yes.
people. So when I saw that, I was like, yeah, go.
And that little girl is the picture of her mommy, that age.
So, no, that's awesome.
Congratulations.
All right,
Congratulations all.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
So now the boring time starts, so if you want to leave, because you've got a lot to do, please do. You don't need to
Or
stay.
you're welcome to
Oh, you're welcome to stay. Please, I'm not going to keep you out. You're
She's always
welcome to
chasing
stay. And if you want to stay and listen to us ramble on, please stay. Thank you, everyone.
He almost stayed. They almost did.
See you, Josh.
Awesome.
See you, Trina.
What a good job.
Trina.
You know what was so darn?
Oh, wait. Oh, that's exciting.
It's amazing.
You could have said, you should have said anything. Now no one's here.
Well, no, we got Michelle and Stacy, come on. And Chad.
I'm surprised they didn't.
Chad sitting back there, yeah. Okay. All right, you want me to go sit out there?
Perfectly
And I can look at you and
That'd
wave?
be great.
You can't wait.
I'll be out there in a couple months.
Oh, just,
All right, we now have board members informal. Let's start at the other end. Do you have anything to add?
I would just say, I thought that the fact that we had Schropp and Spring Hill now representing here, that was just amazing. Because I do feel like we concentrate a lot on highlighting the high school, which is good. But this was also just so amazing to bring them up with us and say, this is, and now it's not just, we're not just doing isolated things. No, it's uniform. We're doing the Spartan standard at all. We're going to teach them from a young age all the way up to high school. So it's not changing on them. It's consistent. And we know what it means to be a Spartan.
yes.
And what we're trying to accomplish here, and I think that's phenomenal. And I love that because we don't always get to see what's going on there. Even just when we had them come up and sing was awesome. So I love that. So,
And hopefully we're gonna have a lot more of that coming up.
yes.
So we're gonna do a lot with Schropp and Spring Hill. So the beginnings are gonna be a lot of kid-oriented.
I think if there's
Thank
only,
you,
I think
Parker.
if there's one word that could ever define us, it's fighters. We're
Yeah.
never going to be put down. It's 25 years with no new money. We're still here. We're still kicking, and we're still on the incline too.
And we have great kids,
Yes, we do.
and we have great kids. So,
Miranda?
I really don't know what to say, honestly.
wow.
I know.
You
So,
can't leave
I mean, I
yet.
do have stuff to say, so, coming from me, this is me talking, I only have a couple more months left here, and, there's a lot of social media, there's a lot of this and that coming out, about people that are running levies on the, ballot, and all I can say is, do your research. We do have a couple members out there saying what they're running for. Don't just vote for the name. Get to know what you're voting for. They say a lot that this is a thankless job. I tend to disagree. I have never been thanked more than being on the board. So, I mean, obviously, there's gonna be people that put you down, people that lift you up, but I hope that people will do their research and vote for who they feel, not who their best friend feels, or their neighbor, or the person on social media. But do your research, and the levies are renewals. That's all I got. Thanks.
Well, if you're not here for the kids, you shouldn't be here. So that's plain and simple. But a couple things for me. If you guys have never been to a Turkey Fest, go November 1st. Last year was my first year, and that was amazing. Oh, there's a craft show that morning
Yeah,
too. So
after
don't
the
forget
fest.
about that. So
Oh,
make
yeah,
sure
I'll
you
be there
get
at 7 o'clock,
Yep.
in the kitchen, cooking.
I think they still need volunteers too.
They do.
Yeah, thank you to all the volunteers this fall. Like, you see a lot of the same faces over and over, but it's a lot of work. The fall seasons are coming to close for most of us, but a lot of success. Middle school soccer, boys soccer, girls volleyball. I did get to see their last game last night, very competitive, out at Marlington High School, which was great. Last football game, home football game against Woodridge is this Friday. The regionals are this Saturday at Boardman. We have 5 representatives from Springfield that'll be representing us there. We've got some MAC qualifiers, honorable mentions in all sports, which is super amazing. So shout out to all those student athletes and parents and volunteers.
Okay, before we get started, take care on Friday. I've been in that position, watched 2 boys go through football, soak up the memories. They don't last
Oh, yeah,
forever.
we'll be crying.
So, I have, board members, I have given you from the Ohio School Boards Association, these are amendments to the platform for the OSBA as a delegate going down in November. Read through them, get back to me, discuss them. Those are platforms from Berea City, Fort Fry Local, and Valley Local in Scioto County. So look those over. They have been written by the boards of education there, those school districts, and they're up for a platform vote on the OSBA platform. Columbus never seems to amaze me. Of all the years that I've been on the board, it seems to be the most hectic, and we had a summer lull, and now it's picking back up. I've sent you all a property tax bills moved to the Senate. There's lots of discussion. I won't go through these all. There are House Bill 186, which is actually will be in the House Finance Committee tomorrow. I didn't know why I didn't get notification earlier, because I would have went down and put my 2 cents in. House Bill 335, House Bill 309, 129, and then the Senate is overrode by now, if you've known, overridden the first veto that the House overrode, and they're looking to override the other 2. So if I'm not, by the end of this term, completely hairless, no offense, Mr. Adams, I'm pulling my hair out on school funding. These are pertaining issues not only to our district, but districts statewide, all 614 of them. Very important to stay up on this. It's a little bit aggravating, I'll be honest. That's my report to the board.
I may get in trouble for this. I want to tack on to what Miranda said when she mentioned the elections. For anyone who's thinking about who am I going to vote for, I'd ask you to remember this is a nonpartisan position. I saw something last night, and it should not be whether someone's Democrat, Republican, nonpartisan, or whatever. It is, as Donnie said, the only reason to be here is for the kids. And I hope that as you look at the candidates that are out there and read whatever there is to read or talk about, that you're looking at who is, in your opinion, going to be, regardless of anything else, that the kids are going to be their issue, if there is an issue. So I don't know if I was allowed to go there, but I saw that last night, and I wasn't a happy camper. So I'm done.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to number 9, which is approval of minutes. It is recommended that the board approve the minutes of the regular meeting of September 16, 2025, and this was provided in Exhibit 1.
So moved. Second.
Moved in second, Mr. Adams?
Mr. Furlong.
Yes.
Mr. Mason.
Yes.
Mrs. Frola.
Yes.
Mr. Hofer.
Yes.
Ms. Terry.
Yes.
Okay, motion passed. Moving to number 10, are there any citizens' comments on agenda items? You're welcome to comment on any agenda items at this time. Is there anything? Okay, seeing none, let's go to number 11, which is payment of bills. It is recommended that the board approve payment of bills for the month of September pending audit, and these are provided in Exhibit 2 attached to the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second, Mr. Adams?
Ms. Terry?
Yes.
Mr. Hofer?
Yes.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
Mr. Furlong?
Yes.
Mrs. Frola?
Yes. Motion passed. Number 12, payment of bills then and now. It is recommended that the board approve a resolution for payment of bills per Ohio Revised Code, Section 5705.41, as provided in Exhibit 3.
So moved.
Second?
It's been moved in second. Mr. Adams?
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
Mr. Furlong?
Yes.
Ms. Terry?
Yes.
Mrs. Frola?
Yes.
Mr. Hofer?
Yes.
Okay, motion passed. Moving to number 13, it is recommended that the board accept the financial reports from the treasurer for September 2025, and again, those are provided in Exhibits 4, 5, and 6.
I'll have to make a motion.
Second.
It's been moved and second. Mr. Adams, do you have anything to comment on these, or at this?
I'm going to be commenting on my treasurer's report.
Okay,
I'll show people where we're actually
all right.
at right now. Ms. Terry?
Yes.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
Mrs. Frola?
Yes.
Mr. Furlong?
Yes.
Mr. Hofer?
Yes.
All right, motion has been approved. Moving to personnel, it is recommended that the board accept or approve the following personnel items. 14.1 is a retirement resignation from Mary Beth Mitchell, and this will be effective June 1, 2026. 14.2, a resignation of classified employee Robin Mitchell from her cafeteria position, only effective October 9, 2025. I assume that she has another position. All right, 14.3, unpaid leaves of absences. Approve an unpaid leave of absence for the following classified employees: Crystal Williams and Joe Epner. 14.4, employment. Reassign the following classified employees per the negotiated agreement pending proper licensure: Andrea Wemmer, Tina Hedrick, and Brandy Carper, and those position moves are on the agenda for you to see. 14.5, employment. Employ the following classified employees per the negotiated agreement, pending proper licensure and pre-employment screening. And those include Tricia Evans, Gina Carney, Diana Colina, Mackenzie Schreckel, and Gina Carney. And the positions are as posted or listed. 14.6, employment. Employ the following as classified substitutes per the negotiated agreement pending proper licensure and pre-employment screening effective first day assigned. Those are Valerie Thomas, Elizabeth Rowe, and Alicia Roberts. And 14.7, approve the following athletic supplemental contracts for the 25-26 school year per the negotiated agreement pending proper licensure and pre-employment screening. And those include Rick Engelhardt, Michael Keys, Roman Labrosi, Timothy Zambora, Ed Suber, Ryan Bowers, and Jody Burgess.
So moved.
Second?
I'd just like to mention the retirement resignation of Mary Beth Mitchell. Mary Beth worked as a tutor for the 2001-2000 school year before being hired as a special education teacher in August of 2002. She taught in Schropp from 2002 through the 11-12 school year, and then she taught at Spring Hill for the 12 and 13 school year, and then she moved to the new high school, junior high, when it opened in February of 2014, and that is where she's finishing her teaching career. So much thanks to Mary Beth. She's going to be missed.
Thank you. Mr. Adams?
Mr. Hofer.
Yes.
Mr. Furlong.
Yes.
Ms. Berry.
Yes.
Mrs. Frola.
Yes.
Mr. Mason.
Yes.
Okay, motion passed. Number 15, it is recommended that the board approve a resolution nominating Dave Hofer for the Ohio School Boards Association's Recognition Award, and that is in Exhibit 7 of the agenda.
So moved.
Second?
Okay, so I have the resolution here. It's, well, first let me explain a little bit what it is. So Dave has, it's called the Star Awards, and Dave in 2024 received the Service Award, and then in 2025 received the Aptitude Award, and then in 2026 the Training Award once you hit the 200 points, and then this is the final one for the Recognition Award. So the resolution reads, whereas Dave Hofer, a board member at Springfield Local School District, has served the district with distinction, and whereas Dave Hofer has dedicated his time for the betterment of the students and community, and whereas Dave Hofer has proven to be dedicated to the craft of board governance through his commitment to training, service, and governance skills, and whereas such measures have advanced student achievement in the district and improved the governance of the district, therefore be it resolved that the Board of Education of Springfield Local School District nominate Dave Hofer for the Ohio School Boards Association Recognition Award. And it was moved by Miranda
Parker.
Parker,
Mr. Mason.
no, hold on,
Mr. Furlong seconded.
and seconded by
Mr. Furlong.
Furlong, okay. This resolution was adopted at a meeting of the Board of Education, Springfield Local School Districts on October 21st, 2025, with the following recorded call votes. So,
Mrs. Frola.
Yes?
Ms. Berry.
Oh, come on,
Yes.
Miranda.
Mr. Mason.
Yes.
Ms. Furlong.
Yes.
Mr. Hofer.
Yeah, yes, thank you. Thank you all for that.
Motion passed.
5-0.
Dave, thank you
So-
for your
So now you
service.
are going to be a master board member.
It's a major.
Which means, I think it's at the bottom of that, it means you have to bring donuts.
That could be arranged.
So he was
So, well,
recognized at the
congratulations.
OSB dinner a couple weeks ago. That was pretty amazing stuff.
Yes, he was. So, you know, Dave, we do appreciate everything that you've done.
Thank you.
It's,
It is not easy. It is a lot of hard work. The aptitude is a test given every June, and as long as I'm on the board, it's continuing education for us board members. And the test changes. It's a 50-point question, a 50-point test. Last year I studied and I got a 90. Had I not gone back and changed 3 answers, I'd have got a 96. So. if
always
you-
go with your first answer.
Yes, right, so I learned that lesson hard. This year I did a little bit different. I thought, I wonder how good I can do without, and it's an open book, but it's a tough open book. So I scored 78, you have to 80 and above. You can take it again, and it's a completely rearranged test. Some questions from the first test were not on the second test, and there was other ones. I think I ended up scoring a 90, an 88, forget, 84. I was ecstatic. But it tests you on Ohio Revised Code, how many board members are usually in boards of education across the state, policy. And when I did this the first year, I was going through, I'm like, I spent 4.5, 5 hours researching some of this stuff. And it's a time test.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you have an hour and a half to do it. So it's not an easy thing. But I will take that every year just for continuing education
Awesome.
and some of the other things.
Thanks for
It's
the
what
work.
it's what we're
Thanks for the
elected
work.
for.
Yeah.
'Cause we're just not elected to sit here and say yes or no. We're elected to try to be at the best part of our game that we can be. So, but thank you for the recognition. It means a lot.
Thank you, thank you. And Chris, you're gonna have to sign it when we have a chance.
Moving on to 16.1 which is the College Credit Plus Memorandum of Understanding with Cuyahoga Community College. It is recommended that the board approve a memorandum of understanding with Cuyahoga Community College for the College Credit Plus program for the 25-26 school year. And as I remember, this is one of many that are where our students take their coursework, so we have to enter into an agreement.
Absolutely.
All right,
So moved.
I'll second.
Sorry,
all
Miranda.
right, moved in second, Mr. Adams?
Ms. Terry.
Yes.
Mr. Hofer.
Yes.
Mrs. Frola.
Yes.
Mr. Furlong.
Yes.
Mr. Mason.
Yes.
Okay, motion
Can I
passed.
say something real quick?
Huh?
Can I say something real quick about
Sure.
this? So I don't know, Chad, if you were on the board at this time. You might not have been. You might have been, though. Remember when this was gonna be shut down, our distance learning center was gonna be shut down? And it was one of the, like, everybody found out about it. And I remember my son was, I think, in 11th grade, maybe 10th grade. And we had so many students show up and read letters and everything like that to not shut that down. And to see that, how many schools we are now going to. And I think we have kids as young as freshmen attending College Credit Plus. I know both of my boys have it's huge to them. So to see that this has gone on and it's growing and more kids are getting involved, to know that that came on by kids getting involved and saying, do not shut this down, I think that's huge. And the board at that time did not shut it down.
Good.
They went against the recommendation of the superintendent at that time and kept it open.
Wow.
So, yeah.
And you know, and what's great is, you know, we have kids in the distant learning lab, which I just learned today. We have 3 classes in the distant learning lab. We've got a psychology, a Bach to Rock, and some kind of economics. What was it?
Intro.
Oh, intro to economics. And then we have kids who actually go to the college to do it. And then we've got some of our teachers who are hired through the colleges to teach. So there's a wide variety. And kids nowadays can walk out of high school with an associate's degree. I mean, they could go into college being a junior.
And we had several.
Yeah.
You know, even when I was there, we had several of those. But the first College Credit Plus class had 7 members.
Wow.
And, you know, I can even name those kids that were still there, or that were there. And, you know, one was a doctor, one was a nurse, I mean, I can go. They really took advantage of it, did some when we first had the distance learning. You know, they used that, and some of them their senior year went on campus, and it has grown. So it was one of my favorite activities, and I have a feeling for Mrs. Warner, it continues to be, right? It's amazing to see.
And you know what, in this day and age, it really helps our families, because if we can help alleviate some of those college costs,
Yeah.
why not? And move on with it. So I'm glad the board voted.
Yeah,
We have
well,
4
it's
schools in
a
it
good
right now,
program.
right?
We've got Stark,
Kent,
Kent,
Tri-C.
Akron,
Tri-C.
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 We used to have Malone, but I don't think we have anyone at Malone this year. I've only
so far this year, I've only seen 4, but they can open up again in spring.
It was just a matter of being a student who wanted to take the class there
Right.
at the community, and we made a connection with the college, and they were willing to work with us, and we just did the paperwork.
That's awesome. Hey, that's where I got my first 2 years of college. It's Tri-C.
So I'm sitting next to the person who actually initiated the distance learning lab.
Well,
So, our
I
health-
did, Dr. Pecco,
Pecco.
who was superintendent then,
Yes.
was responsible for getting the funding through Mary Taylor, who was eventually the lieutenant governor. Yeah, but she, she's a Springfield graduate, so I'm not saying that's why we got it, but certainly she helped. But the first year was a real learning, I'm going to say it was a real learning experience for me and with the kids, because, you know, we had a snowstorm and the kids had my phone number as principal. They had my phone number. And so I'm driving up to open the building so that they could go to class, because, but there are just so many things that, and it was such a, I don't know, they formed their own little support group.
They do.
I think that's the way to think.
They really, I think.
Yeah, it's a support group.
Because you'll
They
get
help each other.
text messages, and
Yeah.
we're all leaving school to go to lunch together, and then like everybody's sleeping in, and then they're getting up and coming to school, and, you know, they're learning that discipline that just because your peers are off, doesn't mean you're off. You have to go to school.
But that was just like when we had the safety, they came to school because they had class at, what's the first class? 7:30, right?
Yes, 7:30.
7:30, so, you know, they're there at 7:30 while
Yeah.
everybody else got off that day, and they're committed to it.
Yeah.
Well,
So it's,
Karen is quite good at getting the computer up and running.
Or yes, I am not happy with this 7:30 class because I have to take the little one to school, but we'll deal with that. They get there and like, I mean, but just seeing that and knowing how many kids from this, I mean, Baron and his class were in, I don't know, 6th grade maybe when that happened, if not or younger. It was like, now you have other kids coming through and more kids getting involved, so.
and their grades, you know, that was when I'm not a spreadsheet person. But I kept track of their grades the whole time I was, you know, like I think I was involved in it for 17 years. And, you know, it was very rare to see a C.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it was A's and B's, but they really worked, you know, so
Good.
it's a good program.
It is.
Okay.
Sorry.
that was good. That was a good
On
conversation.
to the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce. It is recommended that the board approve the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce Special Education Model Policies and Procedures. And I hope they got this right
So moved.
for those kids.
Second.
So we approved this last year.
We did last spring. Then I was at a meeting and I was under the impression once it was board approved once, then that was it. But then when I went into the portal, they was saying board approved for 25-26 school year. So I don't know if this will become a yearly thing or if once we get through this, but it is the same document that you approved last year. And it's just basically all the things in special ed that we've been doing, you know, making sure we follow through with the correct forms, prior written notice, you know, are we checking for proof of residency, like all the things that we've always done, so.
Yeah, 54 pages of it.
It's
Did you
nice,
read it up?
it's a nice color document.
It's really short.
I mean,
Yes.
we're not, in special education, we're not shy about using a lot of paper, so.
And a lot of ORC stuff
Yes.
interweaved in there.
Mr. Adams?
Mrs. Rowland.
Yes. I can't hear him.
Yes. Ms. Terry.
Yes.
Furlong.
Yes.
Mr. Hofer.
Yes.
Okay, motion passed. Maybe then
Now I can
They'll
upload
believe
it
us.
tomorrow.
That we approved it.
Yes.
All right, number 18. The eighth grade much look forward to Washington DC trip. It is recommended that the board approve an overnight extended trip for eighth grade students and chaperones to travel to Washington DC from May 4 through May 6. 3 school days will be missed, and all expenses will be paid by the participants. And the agenda for that program, or for the trip, was attached to our, for us to view.
So
I'll make a
moved.
motion.
Or second.
Ms. Terry?
Yes.
Mr. Hofer?
Yes.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
Mr. Furlong?
Yes.
Mrs. Frola?
Yes. Motion approved.
I'll say something about that too. My kid did go on it last year, and the excitement when they get back and they're actually teaching you stuff is definitely worth it. And it just brings that next level of excitement to learning, where you're out there seeing it and reading the history and seeing, you know, the memorials and stuff like that. It's pretty amazing.
I went on spring break with Mrs. George and our daughters and a couple other, and she knows that she could go around there blindfolded and tell you everything. She knows what she's talking about, and believe me, I still hear it from parents class that we didn't get to go, we should have. I'm sorry, COVID, but I'm glad that we have.
That darn COVID.
That darn
That can be their 20-year reunion.
Yeah,
in
they can go
Washington,
to
DC.
DC.
Let's go with 10
They'll all
year.
be in
10 year.
DC.
10 year.
Okay, moving on to our policies. The board, received the policies, probably 3 months ago. Hopefully, all of us have read through them. We had our first reading last month, so now we are going to approve them as we saw them. So, a motion for that, please, to,
So moved.
okay,
Second.
Any questions on any of them?
No.
106
Further discussion on
pages.
this is just, they are available on the website.
Yes.
And they are broke down in the sections 1,000 to 9,000, is it?
I believe so.
I believe so, in the different sections. So it is
A lot.
a lot, but you can look at the sections and you can get there pretty quickly. A lot of the verbiage is just 1 or 2 words, the these, the thous, and the I's to a you or a we, something like that for more inclusive. And then the newer ones with cell phones and stuff like that have been added lately. So they're not all horrible, but we get to do them twice because we got to do it at PLCC too.
Oh, guess what?
So-
More are coming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get it before Miranda leaves, so she can have one more round to do it.
All right. But
anything else? All right, Mr. Adams?
Ms. Terry?
Yes.
Mr. Furlong?
yes.
Mrs. Frola?
Yes.
Mr. Hofer?
Yes.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
Okay, motion passed. Mr. Adams, you're up next with the treasurer's report, please.
I promise Frank I'll sit at my desk.
Get out of the way.
This is, Dustin is the other one, it's the truncated one. The one I gave you this morning.
This is the one you gave me this morning.
Okay. No. We're gonna go through this. I have some handouts that I'll send you tomorrow. But we're done with our first quarter right now, and I'm focusing on the major players. And really, let's go to the expenditure level right now. The major players are obviously people cost, insurance, and purchase services, okay? These represent 90% of our spend every year. So I wanted to look at the first 3 months, okay? Versus the last 3 months on every single of these 3 categories. And what I discovered in personnel costs, the first 3 months were pretty much exactly the same as the prior, okay? Now, In a normal year, you're usually up 4 to 5% because of our current contracts, okay? But we're even. That's a good sign. And even means, if I look at it versus what you typically budget, we're 156,000 better than budget for personnel under the first 3 months because our increase is 0, okay? I figured on 4 to 5%. We've had a change in personnel. It drove our costs down. So, 5-year forecast is based on a standard percent increase, okay? Hospitalization, now that's the one that keeps you up at night. Because this year we were slated to be increased 17.3%, okay? We're actually up 10%. Now, 10% represents what they call the Tier 1 districts, districts that had a good year prior year. Insurance costs have gone up big time, whether you're doing good or you're doing bad. We, out of a level of, they had, in our consortium, they carry in 5 categories. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Almost like an A, B, C, D, and F, okay? We were level 4. And the reason we were is we had a horrible year last year. We had some catastrophic events with our employees and or our spouses. And they were expensive. But so far, because of, again, the change in personnel, we're only up 10%. So again, that's going to help my forecast down the road. If that trend continues, the forecast that I do in May will reflect those benefits, okay? And purchase services is up about 6%, which is a little higher than I want it to be, but we could look into that. Purchase services is a lot dependent on, you got utilities, you have services from the county, which we do have, are heavily, we rely on the county for a lot of services. Psychology services, special needs services, all kinds of stuff. So it's looking good for us right now, after the first quarter, which is always a good news. Regarding November, I look at our district like I was watching a baseball game, and we're actually rounding, think of it this way, we're rounding third going home, okay? Depending on the results of the levy, it goes one way or other. I do implore everybody to vote. But we're at a point in our time that we can slide in safe, and we're going to be solid, from a low end 5 years to a high end 7 years, which is something I haven't been able to say in a long, long time. So it's important for people to vote. It's important to understand that we have, like Parker said earlier, we're going on almost 30 years of no new money. And although what we have to do sometimes is painful and it's disruptive, but we have to do what we have to do. So that's it.
No new money, last 2 pieces of the 5 pie.
It's good, we're gonna have a picture, give me a second.
All right.
What?
Hold on, we're gonna have a picture.
I like pictures.
Yeah, let me, okay, since Donnie just ruined the surprise, I'll go next. All right, so, what we were just talking about, last year, if you remember, we talked about the pie. And we said that this is how we get our funds. And the blue was all the excess funds, the inside millage, what we get from the state, what we get from federal. The yellow and the red were our renewals, if you remember. And if you remember, we said that this was the last piece of the pie. And you can see by the 3 yellows that we did pass, that we have just that one slice left. That one slice to complete that pie of our levies, and it is a renewal, so it's no new money. And that, as Chris just said, that by completing that pie, we are going to be good for the low end 5 years, high-end 7 years of sustaining what we're sustaining. And we have, what that piece is going to do for us is it's going to continue letting us have what the Yellows brought back. The art and music in elementary, the full busing, STEM program in a high school, having 2 full music teachers in the high school, which our music department, we got a great surprise coming in May. When's
I
our
might be surprised by what you're talking about.
art show?
Oh, it's May.
In May. I mean, our fine arts and our music are doing, they're already working on this wonderful show that we're gonna have in May, because we have that now for our kids. And our kids deserve this, and our kids, you know, there's no reason why we can't maintain it. So that, the renewal levy is the last piece of the pie. And, you know, today, just all these great families that we had here with the kids, this piece is going to let us continue to maintain that. So the levy, so there are actually, this is just informational, there are 2 levies on the ballot. The first one is issue 55. And we have this on our website, I think, if you need to get more information. This is what's called an operating levy. It's the piece of the pie. It's 1.5 million, and if you have a house worth $100,000, you would pay about $79 each year. Like I said, it's no new money, so it's just to continue. And being that it is a renewal, we still get that 12.5% rollback. And if you remember, the example that I used last year is that if it costs you $100, with that 12.5 rollback, you're only paying $87.50. Right.
That's right.
Yeah, okay, Shelley math, $87.50. If the renewal does not pass, with all the new changes that are coming, we don't know what that's going to look like. The second levy is levy 56, issue 56, and that is what's called a permanent improvement. And that is just to keep the upkeep of the buildings. That money cannot be used for salaries or supplies or programs or anything like that. And that's going to be, we're going to collect $302,430, and for a house that's $100,000, you'll be paying $12 each year. And again, it's no new money, it's just the renewals. So our goal is to finish our pie. It could be any kind of pie you want. It could be an apple pie, cherry pie,
Pumpkin.
chocolate pie.
And also,
Pumpkin
the
pie.
thing that's really gonna be exciting is that pie gets put into our permanent, we get released from fiscal oversight,
Yes,
which will be a bright mark on.
which will be huge. And a promise that I make to the board and to the community is, you know, a lot of school districts, when they are in the positives, they tend to become fiscally irresponsible. And the one thing that we will continue to do is to be fiscally responsible. And to make sure that the money that we're spending is what's best for our kids and our families, and our teachers and our staff.
So I want to add something.
Oh, go right
Of course.
ahead.
And here's the educator in me. One of the things that happened that is happening with our ability to, because of the 3 levies passing, we put phys ed, art, and music back in the elementary,
Yes.
right? So what that does is it builds background for the students to be more successful as they move up into the more detailed and creative opportunities that they have. So that I'll use this example, the 7th grade art teacher doesn't have to now go back and teach something that they should have learned in, you know, 5th grade, 6th grade. So it's building background, and it's allowing, you know, I can see where, just like I said at one of the meetings where I went down to the downtown library and saw all the artwork from Springfield displayed and looked at it with the other schools around, and we were certainly not outdone by anybody.
No.
And our students can just be more successful. So while I'm not speaking of how you should vote, I'm saying we are successful, you're building background for the kids.
Yeah.
So,
And we're completing the pie.
okay.
All right, that's
And
my
we
report.
may have a lemon meringue pie.
Okay, a lemon meringue pie is my personal
My
coconut cream.
favorites.
But,
All right.
all right, and then,
Should we do?
Yes,
you
central
wanna-
office.
Let's do central office next. Mr. Boswell.
Okay. Good evening. Have a couple of items to update you on. First one being, this past Monday, students had the day off school while staff and local safety forces participated in full-scale emergency management exercise next door at Schropp Intermediate School. Throughout that day, we practiced, I think we got through 3 lockdown drills there, going through the full process from event to lockdown to emergency services, responses, evacuation. We involved our transportation department in evacuating people from the building, going through those processes. So all in all, it was a really great day. We appreciate the opportunity to allow us to do that each year. It is a requirement by the state to run that exercise, but you can run it in many forms. I think we found that this works very well for us locally. We got representatives from Springfield and Lakemore involved from their safety forces to run through this. Helps the officers that may not be in the buildings a lot become more familiar with the buildings, EMS and fire services to get in the buildings and conduct those exercises and see how they would respond in the event of an actual emergency there. So we hope that we have plenty of practice and never need to use any of these in a large scale, but many of the skills that are practiced throughout these drills are things that can be used, especially from the emergency services standpoint on a regular basis. But the exercises give our staff the opportunity to see how that response would take place and how they can cooperate and make that process go smoother there. All in all, in the debriefings afterwards, I think we did very well from all perspectives and learned a few things. That's why we conduct these drills. They're never quite perfect, but I think we got pretty close.
and one of the persons that was there, he's in charge of the safety,
With Ohio Schools Council.
Ohio Schools Council, and he goes to a lot of different districts, drills. He said ours was unbelievable. I mean, it was, we had it was smooth. It was good. We learned some things. There were some mistakes. We fixed it. And our 2 bad guys are sitting here at the table. So I want to thank Donnie and Dave for dressing. Huh?
I think I had a bruise from the cuffs.
Well, you tried to escape. You tried to escape. So it was, and it was even a learning for the police, because I do believe at one point they handcuffed one of you and left you there to go handcuff the other one. And they were like, don't you have a prisoner somewhere? So it was a good learning experience.
So we've already started talking about planning for an event next year and how we can improve that based on some of the feedback we received with, we are planning on adding more training modules before the actual drill the morning of there to show a little more in depth of why we're doing certain things now that we have the outline and framework down of how they're doing them. We want to get staff more involved in learning why certain things are done and retraining on things like Stop the Bleed kits we have there, doing retraining on those things and some training for new staff that have come in so that they can see those things. But like I said, look, thank you for the opportunity to do that, and I think it will do a lot of good. The second item, I just want to mention that we're continuing the facilities committee that's going through each building and reviewing that and our permanent improvement expenses and practices there. So our next meeting will be tomorrow evening at the high school. We'll take a look through that facility. We've now been here at Boyer, Schropp, Spring Hill, and we're wrapping up at the high school there with the tours tomorrow. And it's been a great group that we've been working with, and a lot of great discussion toward how we maintain our facilities and the future direction of Springfield in regards to facilities there.
Just a heads up for parents of third graders, we do the fall third grade testing starting tomorrow.
Oh,
So hopefully they get good night's sleep.
good night's sleep.
Good breakfast in the morning, and come to school ready to take a test.
Yes.
After our safety drills on Monday, I ran one more CPI training session for some of our staff that is either new or just wasn't able to do it in the summer. So now we have 38 staff people across the district that are fully trained in CPI.
Tell me what CPI is.
CPI is a crisis intervention program that we would use with a student that's in crisis so that we de-escalate them hopefully before they get to the point where they need to be physically held and moved, but it's a safe way to even have to move people if they're in crisis to a place of safety, so.
Thank you. Superintendent,
I did mine.
do you have some?
No, I did mine. My
Huh?
pie. I did the pie.
You did the pie?
I did the
That's-
pie.
You're just baking a pie
I'm
tonight?
just making pie today. Just pie.
Okay. The items worthy of your note, October 30th, Schropp conferences are from 3:30 to 7:30. Parents, put that on your calendar. November 6th, Spring Hill conferences, 3:30 to 7:30. Parents, put that on your calendar. November 6th, Schropp conferences, 3:30 to 7:30. November 13th, Spring Hill conferences, 3:30 to 7:30. And November 20th, high school, junior high conferences from 3 to 7, which takes us then to Thanksgiving. On November 27th, there will be no school, and on November 28th, part of Thanksgiving break, no school. And then December 1st, there will be no school because that is a conference comp day for our teachers.
And I'd like to add that November 1st is the Women's Craft Show, which is at the high school. And that's always a huge event, so please, if you have a chance, come on up. I think it costs $2 to get in, you have to have cash. And then there's the kitchen, which I will be working, so come visit us. And then that night, we have the Turkey Fest, as Donnie mentioned, so that's always wonderful. Next Thursday, we're having a haunted shop.
This coming Thursday.
This Thursday,
Is it right?
Yes.
Thursday?
yes, this Thursday. This Thursday is haunted shop, and it starts at 5. Am I right? Okay, it starts at 5. Huh?
What, tell me again?
Haunted shop,
Oh, haunted.
yes.
I thought you said come to.
Oh, you could come to it, but come to haunted shop, yes. And then they also do a fun run during that time. And then, of course, Friday is our last home football game, senior night. So,
Don't forget that November 4th is Election Day.
oh, thank you. November 4th is Election Day.
November 11th is Veterans Day.
November 11th is Veterans Day.
And Schropp will be having
Schropp is
something.
having a,
Or something new
event
this year.
which I think is amazing.
Yes.
Oh, and we got the Purple Star Award.
Yes, we did. We got the renewed Purple Star Award for the high school, junior high. And, oh my goodness gracious, this Saturday, how can I forget? Tyler's getting married.
Oh,
So he's a little nervous. I don't know what that's why he's here right now, because this is calming. But
about that.
we're excited for him on that, so.
Can I expand just a little bit on the Purple Star really
Oh,
fast?
please,
So the
absolutely.
Purple Star we do have for the high school, we have it from 2025 to 2028. It's a 3-year award. Schrops is up this year, so they would have it we will be applying for renewal of that. That would be 26 to 2029. And then our goal is to get Spring Hill also to the Purple Star.
And the week of November 10th is
Military Appreciation Week.
Good, all right. So we got a lot of things going on. Gotta
We're
complete
going
that
to be
pie.
busy.
Gotta complete that pie.
Okay, at this time, if there are any citizens' comments on any items.
October 31st is hide and seek, right?
Oh, that's right, how could I forget that? Oh, my
Yeah, we
goodness
fully
gracious.
volunteered.
Are you gonna hide or are you gonna seek?
I don't hide well.
No locks this year.
Right.
Oh, my
yeah.
gosh,
Couple-
right?
May have been a couple cheaters last year.
Locking yourself in a container is.
Right?
Would you give your name and address?
I know all of you know me, but my name is Chad Lance, 2703 Canton Road. Couple things I want to talk about. The first one is the levies, and I'm going to say what all of you can't. Vote yes. I know the rules. You guys can't. These are renewals. Everybody knows that, but I don't think they all know what it means. They're renewals. It's not new money. It's not a new levy. These are renewals that have been on the books for 20 plus years that we need to keep the schools running as is. This is not money for improvements per se. This is money to keep things going as it has been. One of the things that was talked about earlier tonight is the CCP classes. And my 2 oldest ones are in those right now, and it's a struggle at first because it is an adjustment for them. It's not, Dylan came up to school on Monday. I'm like, where are you going? He's like, I got to go to school. He's like, oh yeah, you're a college kid now. So it's an adjustment for them. Like Miranda said, they're actually learning discipline. They're learning responsibility that, hey, I do have to get up and go. We don't have school tomorrow, and I do have to get up and go to school. So I think it's a great program. I want to see it expanded. I know we're up to, I think, 4 now. I thought Stark State, or I thought there was another one, but I could be wrong. I thought Stark State, or it might be Kent Stark, maybe. I'm not sure. But would love to see that expanded. Would love to see more kids get involved
You're
with it.
correct, Kent Stark.
It is, okay, I thought so. I wasn't sure.
With Kent Stark and Stark State, so.
Oh, so 6 total then. Okay, very good. But the second thing I want to talk about is I am running for the school board, and one of the things I do want to see expanded is the CCP program. Like I said, it gives these students a chance to get ahead. These classes are free for the students, unless they don't do well in the class, and then they do have to pay it back, which
Thank you for saying that.
I told both of my kids, if it got to that point, they would be paying back the funds on that because it probably meant that they weren't putting full effort into it. So that is one of the things that I want to work towards if I am elected on the board. I want to work towards that, and I want to work on bringing back. There was a few classes still out there that weren't brought back from when we had cuts, from when we had RIFs 5 years ago, 6 years ago plus. And I want to see some of those brought back. Again, both of my children are working some now. So, hey, how much you got in your checking account? I don't know. What do you mean you don't? Like, just, I want to, even a class like that, I think we have something like that new this year, right?
It's financial literacy.
Financial literacy.
Yes.
That's a great class, and I want to see. I remember I was in school. We had shop class. I took home ec class. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, you're taking home." I had fun in it. It was me and most of the girls in there, and I had a blast in it. You know, learned a lot of skills in there though. We did baking. We did all those things, and it's a great. Those are things that. Yes, you have to come out of school with math and English and science and that, but you have to come out of school with common sense, with ways of just getting by, going to college on your own, moving out at 18 and getting your own job and living in your own apartment. There's things you have to learn and you need to learn. And I want to work on bringing those back as well. Lastly, I mentioned my 2 older ones. I'm going to mention my younger one now. And he is a talker. He is high energy, But he came home and told me that at lunch now, that the junior high kids are not allowed to quote unquote talk. They are in assigned seats. It is quiet. And again, that one will sit and chat my ear off until tomorrow. But these kids, especially the 7th graders, are coming from 6th grade with recess and gym class, and they have no release for this energy. And I pity any afternoon teacher that has to deal with a 7th grader that now doesn't have gym class or doesn't have recess because they don't have any out for that. And I'm sure there's probably parts that I'm not getting from him, the whole story, but that was his story to me, that it's no talking, it's quiet, it's assigned seats. I remember lunch, we sat wherever we went. We had 15 people at a table, we talked. Yes, it got loud a little bit sometimes, but that's part of, now if it's screaming, if it's just being obnoxious, I get that, but I really, if that is true, I would love to see that kind of backed off just because they need it. It's, and not them, even the high schoolers too. That's their own, they don't have their phones now, which I love, but they need some release for that time or for that energy during the day. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lance. Okay, at this time, it's recommended that the board go into executive session at this time to consider the investigation of charges or complaints against a public employee, official, licensee, or student. Motion?
So moved. Second.
Moved and second, Mr. Adams?
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
Mr. Hofer?
Yes.
Mrs. Brolin?
Yes.
Mrs. Furlong?
Yes.
Ms. Terry?
Yes.
Okay, there will be no action following the executive session.
Thank you.
Less sign out, the better.
About the storm outside.
I did.
Okay, there you go. All right.
See something.
Is it really?